Now, one of the things I've noticed, having seen you in court back when we were able to, gosh, it was a long time ago, a year and a half ago, regularly, was that, a lot of your business was based on other attorneys, that attorneys kind of refer business where there's litigation or they need an independent person or they need somebody temporarily to manage certain things. Do you actively market yourself to attorneys? Is it just the camaraderie of being there in the court? And if so, what do you do now that we're in COVID and not in the court regularly?
It's a combination of the two. I mean, the relationships that I've developed, they have all developed over years. Some of them are strong enough where COVID or no COVID, we all refer back to each other just because the nature of the business is I can't take on everything and other people also can't take on everything. And there's a suitable person for every case. So some of those come, but I do tend to write a lot. I tend to go on talks like this. I tend to Zoom with people quite a bit. So some of those have helped. Television helps. So many of these things all just add together. So for anyone who is looking to market themselves, obviously having a list is important. Not having the list is not helpful. But if you know, for example, that you can call on one of your friends to get you a document, and I see one of my friends right here. I see Scott Greenberg, who I was once going to have a talk with a newspaper reporter, and I called on Scott Greenberg, and Scott Greenberg jumped on it. And even though he's not an attorney, I've known him for many, many years, he was able to get me the document so I could answer the questions for the reporter. So these are long-standing relationships, that have come and gone over the years. COVID or no COVID, they exist.
The value of a Rolodex, hard to quantify, but it is really one of the critical assets in your business, I think.
So everybody has a niche, so to speak.
I got a great question from Jim again, and actually, it's really relevant to you and me. He says the laws become specialized. How often do you bring in other attorneys that specialize in other areas of law? For example, a state property is tenant occupied, and the beneficiaries want to evict the tenant, or a tax attorney. I know you've done that because
all the time.
I was going to say I just did one with you last week where you brought in
I
a
think
partition action, right?
Right. I had a case that needed a partition attorney, so I brought in a partition attorney. I've had cases that needed eviction lawyers. I've referred out eviction lawyers. Our area of law touches on a lot of things. So we tend to refer out those things that we can't do ourselves, or sometimes somebody, in our case, somebody else needs representation about a particular topic, or it could be a topic. We can't represent both sides, just like, we talked about a couple of minutes ago, that person's interest is unique to themselves. And I would not necessarily be able to represent them adequately. So that's a case where we would refer out to someone else that can help them.
So I know there are cases where it's an ethical requirement. I also know you well enough to know that you also are quicker than most attorneys to refer to a specialist who's going to do a better job in that area, knowing that person, is better served and it works out for your business in the long run. Share with me a little bit about your thinking, because I agree with you. I have a client who isn't even a practicing attorney. He has a condo. He's doing his own eviction work. It's like, of all the work to do, that's like the last thing I think I would do on my own. And here you're involved with evictions regularly, and you were quick to refer it out to, a petition action, you were quick to refer it out to somebody who's really sharp, having talked to him, and I appreciate the chance to meet him. Tell me about your thought process behind that. Why is it that you are, not just when you have to ethically, but business-wise or for customer service-wise, why are you so quick to make that referral?
Business-wise, it's really good for us to make referrals out. It gets the job done faster. I would have to go learn partition actions. I would have to go and research it. The person I refer the case to doesn't have to do that. That costs a lot less for the client. It'll make a happier client, and it gets their job done. So, and it creates a camaraderie among attorneys that is very valuable, especially now, like you said, during COVID. Those relationships are very valuable to us. Either we send people out or they send somebody back to us. It evens itself out over a long period of time. So I would not hesitate to refer somebody out. And I'm sure you would do the same thing if you needed to refer to somebody who handles, for example, a San Diego piece of property. Mm-hmm. You could do it, but that person knows the area, knows what's going on in the area, and that person could do it better than you.
When I train new agents, I tell them my license lets me sell the Golden Gate Bridge, but I don't know anything about bridges. So I'd find a bridge expert to let him sell the bridge. But I've noticed it about you, it works both ways. I've seen that you're quick to refer out, and it gives a better customer service or client service experience. And as a result, attorneys are quick to refer back to you because there's that camaraderie that you've earned as a result of being one of those participants in the process. And I guess I'd like to see more realtors do that. I think we're too quick to jump on anything that looks like business rather than trying to find where we create value for our customers. So, well, great.